Hey friends, so recently I made a post that got me slammed with emails wanting to know about how it is that I'm able to buy my house in cash, have no mortgage and no rent, and I'm able to travel and I'm able to buy all these other houses for low income families without threatening their ability to put food on the table and feed themselves and their kids. How am I able to do this? Well, here's the post that I made, and I'm going to share with you exactly how I did it. And just a word of caution, it is so simple that a lot of smart people are going to entirely miss it. And I don't say that to be a dick. I'm just saying that because that's what I witnessed for like the past 9 years that I've been doing this. Most smart people miss this because it is so flippin' simple. But I'm going to break it down even in its simplicity. But first, let me read the post so that you know what I'm talking about here. Here's the post that got everybody wanting to know what I did. So I'm going to teach you in this video. If you're already bored and yawning, then click off and go do something else. But for the rest of you that like this idea of being able to give back more and become more and do more for yourselves and for your families and have greater impact and take the issue off of yourself and not be so damn self-absorbed about everything, then I can't wait to share this with you because I'm doing it right now. So here we go, just to the end of the video. It's going to be very fluent. I can speak fluently because I've been doing this for 9 years. So I mean, I know this stuff. So here's the post I made. I bought a house a couple of months ago, a duplex actually. I am going to buy 2 more houses before the end of the year. Yes, I will. They will house low-income families without threatening their ability to put food on the table. I paid for my house with cash, so I have no rent or mortgage. In fact, I'm recording this in my house right now that I paid cash for. When the month is up, I have no mortgage bill, no rent, no nothing. It's beautiful. I don't have a job. I travel a lot too, just because it's so much fun to travel. If I was another sucker with a job, I would never be able to do these kinds of things. When I started my journey, I had no income, I had very little free time, I had no skills. I was a D student, and I was held back a year in special ed classes. I was eager for a correction, and I was eager for learning a better way than being an obedient sucker with a job controlled and manipulated through money dependency. Sound familiar? I've been there too, don't worry. So I want you to question how you earn your money. Learn about passive and residual money. It's not just a different way to make money, it's a superior way to make money to an inferior hamster wheel paycheck that you get at your job and most self-employment experiences. Passive and residual is your big chance to totally detach yourself from money and from being controlled and manipulated through the dependency of that money by people who need your unquestionable obedience. Signed, Tom. Feel free to share and pass this along. Same for this video. So that's the post. Let me put this laptop down. So here's what I did. And this is so simple. I'm telling you, don't be so smart that you're going to miss it. I learned something and I teach something regularly, which means most days of the week, if not every day of the week. I'm learning something small and teaching something teeny tiny each and every day. That's what I do. Now there's a little more to it to that, so I'm going to break it down for you. But most people think that you cannot get started on something that's really important, really impactful, unless you really know your stuff first. And then after you know everything, you can get started. That's bullshit. The reason why this is so beautiful to actually build a residual and passive income that sets you free and detaches you from money, I'll go on in just a few minutes, I'll go more into that. But the beautiful thing about this is that this is your opportunity, just as I did it, and I'm still doing it to this day. You can come into something knowing absolutely nothing about it, but you love learning, you're eager to learn. And if you don't love learning, then you're screwed and you've screwed yourself. But you love learning. So you learn little digestible pieces. The beautiful thing about teeny tiny pieces is that anybody can do it. Because it's so small and digestible, you learn a little bit of something that you enjoy learning about, something that you love, something that puts fire in your belly. Like you can see me talking with fire in my belly because I love this stuff. So it's easy for me to want to learn and teach every day on a regular basis. So the beautiful thing about that is this is your opportunity to do something that you love. You be yourself, you add your little nuances to it like I'm doing in this video. And while you're learning, even from ground zero, or you know absolutely nothing about whatever, you're starting to build a residual and passive income while you just begin learning. And throughout that entire process, all the way up to expert level, after a year, maybe you're an expert because you learned a little bit of something every day for a year. And then you keep it going, and now you're still learning because you're an expert and blah, 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 blah. It's beautiful to be able to not have to wait until you know everything, but the whole process of learning is also the process of earning money. Now, let me tell you, residual and passive money, because this is critical. So at your job, or even most self-employment experiences for that matter, while you're doing whatever, there's zero leverage. And with zero leverage, there's zero freedom. That means your paycheck depends on you showing up every day, or whatever the schedule is. It's a hamster wheel paycheck, the proverbial hamster, because when the hamster stops, the hamster's working so hard going nowhere. Because when that hamster stops, the wheel stops. When you stop working, you're working for money, like at a job and most self-employment experiences, you're working for money. That means when you stop working, the money stops coming in and you starve and you can't feed your kids anymore and you can't do anything anymore. There's a massive problem with that. Can you see what I'm saying here? So this is the escape out of that. You can learn and teach all day long, but you have to be attached to some sort of a business model and compensation plan that is passive and residual money, because it's not just different than working for money, it's flat out superior, because working for money is a tyrannical pyramid scam that is every job that ever existed and almost every self-employment experience, because you cannot get away from it. If you stop, it stops, and you starve and you can't feed your kids and you can't do anything. So you get attached to something that's passive and residual. So that way, as you're learning and teaching something that you're excited about on a daily basis or nearly every day, just little bits of digestible things, and it's slowly building this passive and residual thing, at some point, that passive and residual money is going to outpace whatever you're getting at your job. And at some point, you're going to be like, okay, I don't need my job anymore. I'll keep it because I love it, but now it's optional. Or I'll get rid of it because I never wanted it to begin with. I don't know. It's up to you. It's all about freedom. I'm not anti-job. I'm anti-slavery. I'm anti-codependency. I'm anti-being controlled and manipulated through the dependency of money to pay your bills and nourish your family. I'm anti a few people in the world that need your unquestionable obedience to keep working for money. That lifestyle is complete bullshit. It's the most sinister pyramid scam ever devised against mankind. And that's spectacular coming from a special ed student that was straight D's and still got held back a year, that I came to that realization. So I truly believe what the cliche is saying, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so how do you get passive and residual income? Well, for one, you can Google and research it, but I'll also share with you some things in this video. The best way to do it is to get involved in a home business that offers passive and residual income, and a lot of them do, so there's no shortages of opportunity for you to build your passive and residual income. The problem for most people is most people have a most people kind of mentality and will not do it, which is great for people like you and me that are outside of the box, people like you and me who will get into something that most people will not, because that makes it easier then. The fact that most people won't do it, but some of us will, by default, you get into a home business with a passive and residual payment structure, by default, just for getting in. And then, of course, learning and teaching something every day, just by default of that one thing alone, that puts you ahead of probably 90% of the population. Now, if you want to go further and be ahead of 98% of the population, you see it through. Learn and teach something new every day for a year, faithfully, and see where you're at. Oh my God. Wow. Now, caution you. A lot of people, when they get into a home business experience, they can't help it but put on some bullshit facade, a sales hat, and try to convince people, or I gotta get people. I'm not about that at all. You know what my plan looks like and what I teach is really different from most home business owners. And again, it's something a lot of smart people are gonna miss. So don't be so smart that you're gonna miss it. But my whole thing is I learn and teach every day. And if you watch my videos, there's some sort of thing at the end of my videos where it's like, hey, if you want to learn more about what I'm doing, connect with me. If you're in, cool. If you're not, cool. No big deal. Because I'm not in this to get anybody. I'm not in it at all to get anybody. I love making passive and residual money by learning and teaching and spreading health. and wealth versus being so cluttered in a world of people that are making their money by spreading sickness and managing sickness and poverty. I'm on the opposite end, and we need more people on the opposite end. In my personal opinion, we need people to be making money, residual and passive money, by spreading health, healing, happiness, wealth, and health. That's the thing. So, in quick review, learn and teach every day. That way, you don't have to be an expert. And your process of becoming an expert in little digestible bits at a time, you start building your residual passive money. Because if you wait till you're an expert, you've missed an enormous opportunity to be relatable to people. So don't do that. Don't be stupid. Okay? Learn and teach, and as you're starting from scratch, you can build a residual passive income. But if you want it to be residual passive income, you have to first enroll yourself into a home business somewhere that has a built-in passive residual structure. Period. I mean, if you're close to that, which most people are, then you're going to have what most people have, which is a life of debt and default of every kind. So you need to be outside of the box that our society has designed for you to live inside of. Get out of that box and look at home businesses with passive and residual income structures. And if you want to look at mine, of course I'm happy to share it with you, but I'm not making this video to get you into my business. There's tons of them out there. Lots of them are very good. Some of them are, a bit sketchy, but there's so many wonderful ones out there. And of course, if you want to learn about mine, feel free to connect with me privately. I'll share it with you. Here's my thing with people that want to learn about it. Like, I put all the stuff out there, learning and teaching, and at the end of the video where I give away all this valuable content, like in this one, I'll say, hey, if you love health and fitness like I do, you love clean eating like I do, and you want to learn how to make some money with health and fitness and clean eating, then connect with me privately, and I'll share it with you. And feel free to share this video if you know some other people that would like what I showed in this video. So I get a lot of people sharing my video, which gets a lot of exposure. It's so simple to do that, right? And then there's a lot of people that will also message me and say, hey, Tom, yeah, I'm interested in what you're talking about. And here's my, because I don't pitch anybody. I don't sell anything to anybody. I don't have a sales pitch, but here's my pitch, for lack of a better thing to call it. It's like, okay, cool, thanks for asking about it. Here's what it is. Look at the information. If you like it, cool, we'll lock arms and we'll do this. It'll be great. And if it's not your thing, totally cool. I hope you find whatever is a good fit for you. So if it's a good fit, let's do it. If it's not, find something that's a good fit. And it's cool either way. There's no strong arming. There's no racketeering. There's no convincing. I don't position myself as a salesperson. And I don't even think that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's just not me. I'm not a salesperson, so I don't want to be one. That's not right or wrong. It's just me. So I don't do it, and I don't teach it. What I do, and what I do teach is to learn and teach, and let it be an organic, beautiful, organic way to build a residual and passive income. And then at that point, you can decide to, if you want to do real estate investing like I do for the benefit of lower income families, or, it doesn't even matter what you want to do. You want to feed the homeless, you want to set up a nonprofit, you want to set up a for-profit, you want to do this or that, you've got a message of good and of healing, you want to get out there into the world. It doesn't matter. The point is, residual and passive income is for everybody who likes freedom. Because with residual and passive money, it's adaptable to whatever the purpose, whatever the cause, whatever the mission is to the individual that wants their freedom and the ability to do whatever it is that they want to do. Humanitarian stuff, philanthropy stuff, whatever. Security, safety for your family, all of it is encompassed under passive and residual money. Passive and residual money is like this big, beautiful umbrella that encompasses everything that is freedom, safety, security, stability, and whatever you want to do without having to worry about money constraints or time constraints or living underneath the thumb of other people that can tell you what to do. And it's also the ultimate escape from being controlled and manipulated through the dependency of money by a select few people that need your unquestionable obedience. And I don't know about you, but I do not want to be subject to other people's unquestionable obedience. That's a bullshit lifestyle that just is not for me, period. So I'm outside of that box that our culture has built for us to live inside of. I'm out of that box, building a home business, and I invest a lot of the profits that I get from spreading health and wellness and wealth, the profits I get from that business, I choose to put into investing in real estate for the benefit of lower income families without taking away their ability to provide food and nourishment for their families. I like that. I like it a lot. And if you do this, which I'm really hoping you do, then you can do whatever the hell you want with it, man. And we have a moral, if you're a moral, ethical, good person, in my personal opinion, you have a duty, a responsibility to be the few people that will annihilate any negative energy you hold towards business and making money so that you can give yourself permission and the joy, actually, in making lots of money. Unapologetically so, and very enthusiastically making lots of money as a result of spreading health, healing, happiness, and other good things. Because the only way we're going to beat people that are making their money by spreading sickness and poverty and the exploitation of people and animals and whatever else, we need to be the majority. Right now, they are the majority. We need to flip that pendulum, and this is how you do it. All right? So that's how. And lastly, I will close off with this note. I teach all of this stuff. I've been doing it for, so far, it's looking at my watch. It's 2017. I started in 2007. I've been doing this for 9 years and how many months? I don't know. We'll say 9.5 years at this point. I'm very fluent in this. I've got so many training courses and so many training videos. So when somebody enrolls for this, I've got a step-by-step detailed, whether somebody likes video or reading or watching, I've got so much stuff that breaks it down and makes it so simple so that somebody can get started right away and start getting a result pretty damn quickly. And what's the time frame to reach, the ultimate freedom? I like saying, I don't know, 2 to 5 years, maybe less. Some people do it sooner. I did it in 2.5 years. And weigh the 2 to 5 year plan against the 40-year plan. So you have a choice. 2 to 5 years to retire richer than you were when you were working, or 40 years to retire poorer than you were when you were working. Which one is the pyramid scam? Which one is manipulating your entire life? And which one is actually going to enlighten and enhance your life and give you more room to be able to impact other people too? Duh. I mean, I know I threw you a softball down the middle, but really the 2 to 5 year plan, I don't think it's just different. It's just flat out superior than depending on a job for your livelihood. And I'm not knocking jobs. I'm knocking how, the income type behind a job is what I'm bashing, because it is so sinister and it's such a horrible, wicked, evil pyramid scam against everybody who falls for that crap and lives inside of that box that our culture has built for people to live inside of. So blast out of it, man. The home business arena with passive and residual income built into it is the ultimate way to do it. And from there, it's a springboard for anything else you want to do. So look for one. That is really the first step. And then learn and teach something new every day that you're excited about. And add all the nuances of you like I add the nuances of me. And that's really it. And I've got tons of trainings to help and enhance that experience and to get you going faster. So if you want to know about my thing, let me know via private message. I'll get back to you probably within a day. And if it's not my thing, because I'm not doing this to get you into my home business, then go find one that is your thing, okay? And feel free to share this video if you got some friends on your social media or wherever else that would enjoy what I've just shared in this out-of-the-box kind of video, outside of that confines that our culture has built for us. If you know some people that could get some value from this, please feel free to share this and pass this along if you'd like. And I will hear from quite a few of you very soon. Thanks for watching my video, and mwah, many kisses and hugs. Hugs are so wonderful. Bye for now, everyone.